For many, desalination is a D word. Critics worry it's very expensive, energy intensive, requiring a great deal of power to pump, desal, and return water to the ocean. But a drought-proof supply is enticing, and part of the long-term search for new water supplies throughout California. One plant in our area is up and running. Monterey County Sand City, population 334, built a 300-acre-foot desal plant for some $12 million. Online since 2010, Sand Cities is the only plant in the state providing a sole source of water for a municipality.
So we got going, we got the Prop 50 grant, then we figured out the financing, and we had no idea, as I was telling you, that Wall Street's about to collapse.
Right.
So you couldn't get bonds when the bubble busted 2007. So this was like 3-4 months prior, and so we got bonds, we got insurance for it, we got a low interest rate. So, and then we also kicked in some of our reserves, and we built it.
Sand City constructed this plant and they financed the facility. California American Water operates the plant, and we also receive all of the water that's produced. Because they constructed the plant, the city of Sand City is exempt from the moratorium that we implemented at the direction of the Public Utility Commission. And that moratorium was required because of the overdraft on the Carmel River. So Sand City can have new development, they can have new connections up to 208 acre-feet per year. The remainder of the water that is produced goes to offset pumping on the river. And so as long as that water is not being utilized, which today we've only used about 5 acre-feet of the total production of this facility, all the rest of the water that's been produced has gone to offset pumping off of the river or from the seaside groundwater basin. The water produced for the plant on the raw side is from beach wells that are located about 100 yards from the shoreline. These wells produce around 600 gallons per minute of brackish water from the aquifer or the groundwater table about 60 feet below the surface. The water flows into the desalination facility. It's filtered so that any sand or debris that might be contained in that water is removed. And then the water's pressurized to around 500 or 600 pounds per square inch. The concentrate that's left behind goes back to the beach at a concentration that's at or less than ambient seawater. So it's always going to be less than about 35,000 milligrams per liter as salinity. We have a small storage tank, and then we have a blending pump that we actually draw water from the distribution system into the treatment plant, and we blend about 1 to 3 parts of distribution water to permeate, just so that when the customer receives water from this plant, they don't perceive a difference between what they're used to receiving and what they're receiving now. So we've taken great steps to make sure that there's no impact to water quality or any of the aesthetic qualities of the water out in our distribution system.
This project was not challenged by the Coastal Commission. Our environmental impact report was not challenged. Nobody. So it was 100% approval by the Coastal Commission, recommended by the staff for approval, which is a task not to take lightly.
Having this facility operating this desalination plant has given our staff, especially our operators, real on-the-job experience with operating a desal plant. There aren't a lot of training opportunities in the water industry for desalination without going to Tampa, Florida, or to the Middle East. So having this facility operating right here on the peninsula has really given us a leg up and the experience that we'll need when we construct and start up our water supply project facility, which should be online in late 2018. So it really has provided a lot of benefit in that regard as well.
17 desal plants are in some stage of development in California. Monterey County voters are poised to vote this summer to buy and own the Cal-Am water system, including the nearly $400 million desal plant planned to be built here, 10 times the size of Sand City's.